looking deep down the left side. Mendeville, Italy, inside, touchdown! Down the sideline, still falling 20 to the house.
And the players streaming from the sideline to celebrate with 17 seconds left.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of BVarsity Live. I'm Zach Ewing with Trevor Horn here in the Bakersfield, California's downtown studio. With you a little bit later than usual, as you know. It's 4 o'clock, but we're happy to have you. We had something else going on in the studio at our normal time of 2 p.m., so we're a couple of hours later, but we are here. Trevor's here. Our football preview is here. Did you bring one in? Yes, you did. Good.
You darn right I did. Do you remember that scene in Tommy Boy where Chris Farley, Tommy Boy, is sitting there and he's doing his first sale and he like rips his hair and it's like 10 feet tall on his head and he's like screaming about how he's going to run his car into the embankment?
I remember that, but do you know what year Tommy Boy came out?
95.
Do you know what year high school seniors were born who are high school seniors?
97, 98.
So do you think that reference landed there? Probably not.
What about their moms and dads and coaches that are watching right now?
Maybe. Wrong demographic there. You're old. Okay. With us, we have a young lady by the name of Petra Koudelkova-Robles, right?
Yes.
Did I get that right? Okay.
Right.
She is the water polo coach at Garces High School for the boys and the girls, so she pulls double duty. We have coaches in here all the time who only coach one sport. Slackers.
I know.
You're coaching both, and both, as I understand it, are Valley Championship contenders for the boys and the girls. The boys are in Division III, is that correct?
Correct.
And the girls are Division II. Before we get into this weekend, because your season begins tomorrow with a really cool event, why don't you tell us a little bit about your teams, the boys and girls, maybe who some of the returning stars are?
We pretty much have everybody returning from last year. We lost, although we did lost 5 seniors for the boys last year. We had 2 starters, but we actually got them replaced in a way, if you can say that, with 2 transfers from actually Bakersfield schools. One is a senior, Chaz Harker, and the other one is sophomore Lee. Like, of course, I'm not
forgetting his last name.
Yeah.
All right.
Lee. I have a question though. Seriously, these kids transferred in from other Bakersfield schools. Is that because they want to play water polo? There's only one place to play water polo, or is there something else going on there?
You know, it's probably a combination of. We are one of very few or only school that has, consistent boys and girls program for past 8 years.
Sure.
And also, to my understanding, was the Garces, academics, the environment, and just to play with their club teammates. To my understanding, it's a combination of different.
It's a good old-fashioned Catholic education. That's what it is. Okay. So anyway, you were saying you have the transfers, and then how about on the girls' side?
On the girls' side, we have pretty much everybody returning. We lost a goalie from last year, and we lost another starting player, but we have everybody returning. We did gain some talented freshmen on both sides, actually girls and boys. And we have some returning sophomores. We have actually a girl from Czech Republic that is an international exchange student from the club team that I'm coming from. So she's going to be playing this year. And we have a big varsity team this year for the girls. We have about 17, 18 girls this year. Boys, we were actually able to pull varsity and JV as well.
Ah, very good. So it's the 8th season of water polo at Garces. Bakersfield Christian and Taft both have very young programs, just in their 2nd or 3rd years out at those schools. But those are the only 3 Kern County schools with water polo programs. And I say this every time we have you in here, Petra, but water polo amazes me because I think the reason we all like sports and this is probably pretty universal is that we see things that amaze us, that make us put us in awe of things that we couldn't necessarily do. And for me, that's what water polo is. I couldn't even tread water for that long, much less fight somebody off under the pool, raise up over the pool, throw the ball, and keep my head about me for a full hour. It really is pretty amazing the athleticism it takes. What kind of conditioning do you do, or do you expect the players to come in good enough shape to do that to begin with?
It depends. Majority of these actually varsity players been playing water polo all year. They go to the club. usually right after the season is done. But, I bring them in the beginning of August. August 3rd was this year, Monday, and we go about 2 weeks, 3.5 hours practices a day, include, dry land for an hour, include just conditioning, get them ready really quick because the season is not that long, and it is a little bit different training that they used to from being in a club. Obviously, they do much more water polo there, although they do dry land as well. So we just get them, majority of them are ready, and they just need to get a little bit kind of along the side to the shape and kind of get ready for that pretty much a marathon of 4 months that
Right.
we're just going to experience here in a minute. So,
Sure.
Petra, is it Lee again?
say
Your
again.
sophomore Lee again?
Yeah, begin. There you
Okay.
go.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry
He was
about that.
He was
I'm-
a second team
you know,
all-area swimmer for BHS
he
last
is-
season.
Yes,
so
he is a great.
That helps
Yeah.
fall and spring.
Definitely very, very quick swimmers. They both are, like I said, they came in kind of in the last minute notice, but, we are happy to have them on, with everybody else that came back. And like I said, the talented freshman groups that we have this year with girls and boys.
Now, what kind of dry land training would you do? Is that sprinting? Is that weightlifting?
We run stairs a lot.
Okay.
We do run for a while, the first couple of days, definitely the first week. We go in the weightlifting room. We do a lot of, not necessarily weightlifting, but we do a lot of body, from jumping jacks to squats to push-ups to planks. Pretty
Are
much.
you sweating yet over there?
We pretty much target every single part of your body because you need that for water polo.
Right.
Although the saying is 80% of water polo are legs, but
Not gonna do it.
nowadays it's you have to get them shaped.
We need to get Trevor in shape over here.
I
Can we
know.
set up
Trevor
a?
would- yeah,
He
I
needs to
know.
visit practice at Garces.
Yeah.
That would be
I
that would
love
be a.
it.
re-
You know what? I
I'll
love
video
that pool
for you.
over there. I think that pool is so neat. How it's the water level pool. I love that.
So anyway, it begins tomorrow. Your season does, and it's with this special event. First year you've done this, correct?
Correct.
Called the Garces Water Polo Tournament for Cancer Awareness, and this is a boys only tournament now.
Yes.
But it is a lot of good teams coming in town. Some of the Clovis schools, Hanford area, Visalia area, Porterville area, coming down to play you. So some of the top teams in the valley. That's going to start tomorrow at 2 o'clock, runs till 6. So if you want to go see some water polo before you got to a football game, you can do that. And then Saturday from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock, all morning and afternoon long. And this is to help support local cancer patients through the CBCC Foundation. And I know it's a cause very near and dear to your heart, and that's why you do it. Can you share with us why this came to you?
Well, actually tomorrow, like I was telling Trevor yesterday, tomorrow is going to be my dad's year of passing. Last year at this time.
1 year since he passed.
1
yeah.
year. And so it's obviously affecting, and it's a very strong topic for me. It's been a rough 1 year without him for me. Last year, the plan was for him to come by, actually come during water polo season,
Oh,
maybe
man.
even help me coach, and he was gonna be here for 6 months. Instead, I was flying from Czech Republic. I was leaving Czech Republic in the hope that he might come in December, he might come in spring, whenever he's gonna get better. And unfortunately, in August, he passed away, and I was flying home for a funeral in September. So I took 10 days from a water polo season, and this is now affecting me. My grandma passed away about 32 years ago, and of cancer, and then my dad passed of
Wow.
cancer at actually same age like her last year. So it's you just kind of, it's one of those topics that now is affecting me, affecting my family, include my husband, my kids, because they had to be around me and see me what I went through losing a parent. So.
Sure. And this is a way that you can honor him and tie in water polo, which both of you loved. How did the idea for the tournament come about?
That pretty much came from that. I've been once in a while. I am a little bit involved with St. Jude Hospital.
Okay.
On more on the financial terms than anything else, and I'm helping actually some local in Czech Republic foundation. also a cancer foundation for little kids. Again, it came with just patient for the kids. We both know I have two of them.
Right.
And just the fact that cancer is a topic that everybody, whenever somebody is diagnosed with it, you look at it like, oh yeah, this is it. There's a lot of people that survive. There's a lot of people that lived many years with it. There's people they pass away 3 months, 2 months into it, and there's little kids they are it's affecting. So for me, it's a combination of family and the cancer itself, the fact that people can survive, but also it is still very unknown how to cure and how to do all that. Is still in a process. There is a lot of money has to go to research. There is family, they don't have money, and when they get diagnosed, they need a help. And a foundation like CBCC Foundation and American Cancer Society and every other cancer foundation in this country and anywhere in the world is trying to help them and ease it up for them. So I like the idea of.
And I think that's I think it goes without saying that we all know someone who's been affected by cancer in some way, and it's usually a pretty negative experience. And there's a lot of foundations to support it, but they're all worthwhile, and every little bit helps to try to find that cure. So if you want to help out that great cause, see some water polo this weekend. Again, it's 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock tomorrow, and then 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday. That's at Garces at your pool there. And it's going to be some pretty good water polo, too, to boot.
Definitely. And the competition's going to be there. We're going to be, like tomorrow, we're going to have some speed gun shooting competition for the boys, kind of to see.
Skills competition.
Cool. Yeah, skills of competition. We're going to have a little bit of fun with it. We cannot just, put black shirts on and be all, like I said, for me, it's a big day tomorrow. But I cannot just... like I said, be dressed myself in black and be depressed or sad, because, like I said, there is a lot to live for, and one of them is, helping other people and other families they are affected with this.
But
that's fantastic.
Petra, I mean, this is also a situation, a day that you can reflect in a happy way of your father passing, 1 year away. Have you thought about the emotions that you're going to have? Are you going to be able to kind of, smile and know that, that this is a day that you can kind of spend and go, okay, you know what? Water polo was something he and I both loved, and here I am remembering him through, that one thing that the two of us loved so much.
Definitely. And, it's something that I've been talking with my husband about for past week, because, I'm anticipating the day. But there was his birthday pass, his Father's Day pass. There's a lot of first this year, and this is obviously the first year of a passing. Like I was saying, it was a very painful year for me, but tomorrow it is about that. It's about what he loved, what he was involved for almost 50 years, until literally the day he died. And it's something that makes me feel better. I know he's around and he's looking, and he's definitely approving all what I'm doing. And sport, like water polo, put us together. And the reason I am coaching, the reason I'm here, is because he was a coach and he gave me some kind of foundation. Although I've been here for 12 years in United States, I choose the same path that he did. And so I am hoping there will be smile, but there will be a lot of coaching.
It'll be a tough day, I'm sure.
It's going to be busy. I'm not anticipating the sadness. I'm anticipating more than anything the excitement, because it is about water polo. And maybe when I get home, or maybe a little bit at the pool, I can think of him and can think of everybody else that went through what I'm going through. And I just cannot take cannot take a time for me to coach the game.
A positive distraction.
Well, yeah. Petra, Trevor, you told him this story. Was it yesterday or the day before?
It was last night.
And Trevor got the phone with tears in his eyes, and today you made him sweat with talk about the workout. So next time you come in, you got to make him bleed, okay? So we have all three. But no, seriously, we appreciate you coming and telling us about the tournament and your story, really. I mean, I know that's not an easy thing to do, and we wish you the best of luck. Folks, go out, check out the water polo this weekend. Support a great cause. See some good some good fun sport to support it. And the Rams this year should be pretty good on the boys and girls side.
I am 100% positive. You know, we have a great talents in both teams, and actually all three teams, including JV boys. And this is going to be exciting year. You know, I'm going for a doubleheader.
All right. Two Valley titles. You
Yeah,
won it with
no
the boys and girls. Haven't
Right.
done it in the same year yet, and that's what
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what you're gunning for this
Yeah.
year.
Hey, get them at home this time so you don't have to worry about driving up to Hanford.
This will be a tough one, but you know, I'll do the drive. If it's worth for me to drive it, as long as we come up, you know,
As long as
with
you
a
get that
winning.
plaque,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Well,
exactly.
we're going to take a break. It's kickoff for water polo. It's kickoff for football this weekend, too. As we know, we got Vance Palm in the studio. He's going to be our host of BVarsity Game Night tomorrow night and every Friday night. So he's going to chat with us. We got North coach Norm Brown, our game of the week this week is Wasco and North. And we've also got Nick Papagni in the queue ready to talk some high school football as well.
Papagni.
So, Petra, thanks so much for joining us again, and
Yeah,
good luck.
thank you for having me, guys.
No problem. And
you.
we'll be right back on BVarsity Live.
One thing about living in Kern County is all these great rivalries.
What?